Hello. Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do the little spring mandala. I already have a video on this, but it's a time lapse instead of a tutorial. But this time, I'm gonna walk you through the whole process of the pattern and actually making the mandala. So this is the yarn I'm going to be using. It's called Lobelia. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that was called something else on the website. I got this from Love Crafts. They used to be Love Knitting, but they changed their brand name, I guess. But shipping was pretty fast. The packaging is cute because they give you these little like mesh bags for your yarn that they put them in. It's cute. So this is I'm just going to use it for a coaster, and I'm only going to use this color. You can use as many colors as you'd like, and whatever yarn you'd like. This is DK weight, and it calls for a size 3, but I'm going to use a 3.75. I don't even know if I have a size 3 yarn hook, but it'll be fine. And this, I'll leave a link for everything in the description, but this is made in K-Town on Blogspot, and the whole pattern is on there with pictures and everything like that, if you would rather like read through the pattern instead of, or whichever way works for you. So first what we're going to do is we're going to start with a magic ring. So what you're going to do is take your yarn and wrap it around your finger twice and insert your hook under both yarns and pull through under both, yarn over and pull through. So this is what you should have now. And we're going to work 12 double crochets into this magic ring. So what we need to do is chain 2, and we're not going to count that as our double crochet, but we're going to do yarn over and insert your hook under both, yarn over, pull through the first 2, and then the second pair, and then that's how you do a double crochet. And then we need to chain 2, so you just yarn over and pull through for a chain. So that's 1, and we need to do that 12 times. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And now what I'm going to do is put some slack on that last stitch and fix all this up. So this can come out, and then whenever you tighten your magic circles, what works best for me is, see how there is one closer to you and one farther away? Pull the one that is farther away first, and then you can pull this to pull the rest of the yarn through. Sometimes tightening the magic circle can be pretty difficult otherwise, and doing that has made it super easy. And we just join at the top of that chain 2 from the very beginning, or I'll probably just put it in that chain space, to be honest, with just a slip stitch and a slip stitch as you just insert your hook into the stitch and pull all the way through. So you can change your color now if you want to, but I'm gonna stay with this pink. The whole thing is gonna be pink. So now we need to do 1 single crochet and a chain 2 in every chain 1 space. So I have already slip stitched into here, but this would be the first chain space, not this one. So there's a double crochet here that we did first, and this is the first chain space. So we're going to do 1 single crochet. So you just insert your hook, pull through, yarn over and pull through, and that is a single crochet. And now chain 2, and we're going to have 12 chain spaces by doing this. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you're putting your single crochets in the chain spaces from last time, not in the top of the double crochet, in the chain space from last round. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and I'm just gonna put I'm gonna join in the single crochet with a slip stitch and that's round 2. And for round 3, again, you can change your color now if you want. And with changing a color, all you would have to do is you would drop this yarn and you can just pick up a new one and do your new color. I'll give you an example. So say I was changing to this color, you could see how I have the yarn of the hook just like that. You could add on by pulling that through and then pulling this tight, and you're basically in the same spot as you were with when I had the pink. But now what I would do is I would go on with the pattern with this color, and then you could just knot it at the end when you're done with the project. This yarn is kind of frilly, so I'm gonna have to go back a little bit. Okay, that's fine. So for round 3, we're going to double crochet 3 together, and then chain 3 in every chain 2 space. So be starting here, 2 double crochet together. So to do 2 double crochet together, we're going to yarn over first, insert our hook, and pull through, yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over again, insert our hook again, yarn over and pull through again, yarn over and pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through all 3. And now we chain 3. "12 times. So, and you know, I believe, actually, yeah, because here it's, that was 2, I only did 2, I'm sorry. So we would yarn over, insert our hook, yarn over, pull through, 1, jeez. 2, 3, 3 times, and then pull through all 4, and chain 3, so a better example without a mistake this time, all the way through would be, from the starting point, it'd be yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, so you'd have 2 remaining on your hook, yarn over, now you have 3, insert your hook, yarn over and pull through just 2, now you have 3, yarn over, insert, pull through just through 2, and then all 3 or 4. And then chain 3. Jeez, it's been a while. I'm kind of rusty. excuse me. 1, 2, 3, all 4. 1, 2, 3. This is one of my favorite patterns. 1, because it's so cute, and 2, because it's so beginner friendly, I suppose, because basically all you're doing is the basic stitches, or some basic stitches. I suppose the double crochets together could be kind of difficult because you do end up with a lot of yarn on your hook at once, which, as you can see, I've had difficulty, but I mean, that's what the yarn, depending on the yarn, wow, look at that. But of course, depending on what yarn you're using, you may have, more or less difficulty with like pulling it through without it getting stuck like that. But also, like, if you are a beginner, you might be holding your yarn too tight, which is something that I used to do a lot. Like, it was bad. But if you kind of just let the yarn and the hook and everything just kind of be in your hands, and it won't be too difficult to pull everything through when you have, for example, 4 different sets of yarn on your hook at once. So see, like, this is kind of a lot to get through sometimes, especially with these all being pretty well slacked, but this one being like tighter and everything. So you can make it through all these easy, but then have, difficulty, or have difficulty pulling through these and everything. So just keep kind of a light hold on everything, and that should help. I mean, I used to crochet like I was trying to like stitch up a wound or something. I don't know what I was doing, but there's different ways to hold the yarn as well. I think that would help with that. Yarn tension is what I'm thinking of. I couldn't think of that word. I'm sorry. Also, I feel like I didn't. I did. I counted that right, I think. It's been a while since I've crocheted, and it's been a while since I have filmed. So this is a little shoddy, I apologize, but I got some new yarn in the mail. So I was like, And I was looking at the old videos and everything, and people were like, why is this not a tutorial and everything? And like, I mean, I thought I made it pretty clear that it was just a time lapse, but like, people asking that made sense, I just think that it's cool to have this yarn and like this, and then watch it turn into something else. You know what I mean? So that was the idea behind that. But I totally understand why and how people would want a tutorial out of that, Like, okay, cool. Now show me how to do it. So no tea, no shade, all peace and love. That's why we're here today, doing this now. So we should have 12 little clusters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I'm just going to join at the top of this cluster here. So here's where I'm joining. So here's what we have now on round 3. Okay, so now for round 4, we need to work 4 double crochet in every chain 3 space. So we're going to yarn over, and these are just regular double crochets. So all we do is the yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2, and that is a double crochet. And we're going to put 4 of those in each of these chain 3 spaces with no chains in between. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And with 4 of those in every chain space, we're going to have 48 double crochet in total. I'm going to count in silence, but you do you. I'll probably be quiet for the most time, but that's so you can count, okay? Okay, I've done my double crochets all the way around, and I'm just gonna join into that slip stitch because I can. You can join into the top of that double crochet if you like. Here's what we have so far. It's already cute. Honestly, like, I mean, it'd be kind of small, but like if you wanted to, well, with the yarn that I'm using, but like this would be, I mean, that's a cute coaster right there. But we're gonna finish, don't worry. So with the 5th round, we are going to work surface stitches in between the double crochets of the previous round. I don't think I have to fasten off or anything. I think I can do that with just the yarn how it is. I'm pretty sure. So for a surface stitch, is just, okay, between the double crochet of the previous round. So I'm pretty sure we just have 48 single crochets all the way around. So all we're gonna do is see how this is the stitch. So we'll just go through, like, under it like that. And that'll be on top of the stitches instead of like in the stitch where it usually is. This will lay on top of the stitches. I believe I showed how to do a single crochet earlier. So, but I'll go over it again just in case. So a single crochet, and plus a regular single crochet would be here. See? But because we're doing surface, it's gonna be under the post. And then the stitch will end up on top. But you just insert your hook, yarn under or over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through. And we're gonna need 48 of these over every single stitch we just made from the last round. So I've done my 48. It looks like I missed a double crochet, or maybe it's just weird because of the way I joined. So this is what we have now. As you can tell, it looks pretty interesting because we have the stitches from round 4 here, but then we have these stitches here too. So these are our surface stitches, and these are the stitches from the previous round, from the 4th round. So what we're going to do now is these surface stitches are basically going to be left alone, and we're going to continue working back where we left off at round 4. Just keep in mind, this is round 5, this is round 4, but round 4 will go, round 6 is next, and then we'll build up from there. So round 6 is worked into the double crochets of round 4, and we're going to do 1 double crochet, chain 2, and skip 1 stitch all the way around. Oh, sorry. So I am going to join with a slip stitch here because I don't like how far that gap was for me. So double crochet, chain 2, skip 1. So this is the first one. Is it? Hold on, let me check. I'm pretty sure. Or it might be in the spot I just went into. Oh, it is. Okay, hold on. I'm pretty sure this is my first double crochet from the round of 48. So I'm pretty sure I just joined back into the slip stitch from round 4. So that means my first double crochet would go there. And chain 2 and skip 1. I don't know why that was like tripping me out. The skip 1, I was like, what do you mean skip 1? I don't know what was happening. But that's all it is. Yeah. They don't have the stitch count at the end of this. To know how many sets we need, I might go back and count for us. But, I mean, basically we just do this all the way around. One good thing about crochet is that you can kind of freestyle a little bit and still end up with something that looks good, something that looks similar. For example, like how I'll join with slip stitches. As long as you can kind of keep a straight line, things usually turn out to look pretty good. And also this pattern, it may be said earlier, like, you know how blogs will talk and then finally get to the directions. I'm just reading the directions, like, I'm sorry. Or well, I mean, obviously not all of them, otherwise I would know this. But it's not calling for, as I read the pattern, it's not calling for any chain stitches or anything to join. It's just saying to join, and there are so many different ways to join. I'm just joining with slip stitches where I see fit. But I've also done this pattern quite a few times. Granted, it's been a while, but I have done this pattern before, so I know it's fine. It's looking good. But if you are watching this, say you're a beginner and you've been taught to always join with the slip stitch and then chain one and then go on with your stitches, if you want to do that, you can do that. You're still going to end up with something that looks similar, you know? Because this is probably not the exact way I did it when I crocheted the other ones of these I have, but it's okay. Even if this isn't like a shirt or anything, you know, or like a blanket with an intricate pattern, this is just gonna be, or at least for me, this is just gonna be a coaster. So if we're one stitch off, give or take, and this is with any pattern for the most part, you'll be okay. And I'm not saying just don't count and don't watch your stitches. I'm not saying that. If you notice anything super ridiculous, obviously you might want to go back and check and, you know, rework your work or whatever, but this is just crochet. It's okay. You know? It's not going to be a big deal if you miss one stitch somewhere along the line. You'll still make it. And I'm just gonna join. I feel like I should probably, I'll go there with a slip stitch. Okay. So this is what we have now. You'll have these little areas. They kind of look like little squares all the way around. And then these are the surface stitches. And honestly, if you are changing your colors and you joined your surface stitches might end up looking better because I've kept my same yarn the whole time. So you can kind of tell right here how the spiral doesn't quite connect. But if you actually have joined with a new yarn and are going on top that way, it might be easier for you to just, you know what I mean, like put one right there because you're on the surface. But I've kept mine all together, and this is just a coaster, this is just for fun. It's okay. I think this doesn't bother me too bad. I feel like on an older project of mine, I feel like because I was changing colors, so I was able to. But I'm just saying, so if you have stayed with the same color the whole time, yours probably will look like this. But if you have changed colors, you probably won't have this kind of awkward little gap here. But that's okay. And for round 6B, we're going to fold the stitches we've just made. Okay. And then, so there are stitches that we skipped from last round, and those are the stitches that we're going to be working in this time. with the same double crochet, or yeah, 1 double crochet, chain 2. So it'll be, oh, and there should be 24 chain 2 spaces. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna count mine real quick. Okay, so I have like 24-ish open spaces, and I should have known that there was 24 because we needed 48 stitches earlier. That's one thing about crochet, is that it usually works in even numbers and in doubles, so it's kind of easy to, it's usually easy to do your math, like off the top of your head, you know. But, and also if you are using 2 different colors, this is a fun part, because then you get to pick which color's gonna peek through and everything. But I'm just using 1 color, so mine's not, it's just gonna be solid stuff. But anyways, what we need to do is we're working in the stitches that we skipped from last time. So we literally can just fold these new stitches from this new round over and work that way. So double crochet and chain 1, or chain 2, all the way around. And you should have 24 chain spaces at the end. So basically we're just repeating last round in a different space. This is going to be interesting how this looks with 1 color, I feel like. Like the texture of it. If you have multiple colors, it's cool because 1 color will kind of peek through, and that's pretty cute. It'd be cute to do all 1 color and then like a pop of color there. And that's another thing about crochet, is that the color possibilities are endless. As long as you have the yarn, obviously, but like, you can just make so many pretty things with so many different pretty colors with yarn and crochet. Oh, and another thing I liked about this pattern is that it is, I feel like, pretty beginner friendly with the stitches that are used, but it is kind of a little bit more challenging because of the way you use the stitches. For example, the single crochets as surface stitches. If you've never done that before, that's kind of awkward, you know, because you're crocheting on top of your crochet, but not in the way you usually crochet on top of your crochet. You know what I mean? Because you build with your rounds, you build on top of, like, this way, but now you've done it this way. I think that's cool. And then also with this whole situation, it's just kind of interesting. You really have to trust the process, because it's like, why do I have 2 sets? Like, you have 2 sets of the same round, which is not usually something that you have, or something that you do. So if you are new, there's a lot of, I feel like, interest. I feel like this is a very interesting pattern, even though it's pretty simple. I do feel like it could be difficult and could probably, trip you up pretty easy, especially if you're a beginner. But I feel like it's at that point to where like it's easy enough to like a challenge enough to where it's fun, which is good. You don't want to take on too much and deter yourself and then never want to crochet again. Especially if you've already like know how to do a single crochet and a double crochet and you're like, okay, I want to do something else now. I want to make something cute little coaster. You know, this is great for that. And you get to test your skill by doing all this weird layering. Okay. So for round 7, we're going to work 3 double crochet into the chain spaces of the previous round. So, and we're going to use both of these are going to be held together. So that way you won't even be able to tell that there are 2 sets. So 3 double crochet in the chain 2 spaces. And you should have 72 double crochet at the end with no spaces. Okay, so I've done my 72 double crochet. I'm just going to join with a slip stitch. And for the 8th round, we're going to do 1 single crochet, chain 4 between every 3 double crochet group. So chain 3, sorry, 4, and single crochet. And we're going to do that all the way around. So this, your chain 4 will be on top of the 3 double crochet from last time, and your single crochet will be in this space. Single crochet. Did I say single double crochet? I don't know. Okay. So round 8 is done. And for the 9th and final round, we are going to do 1 half double crochet, 3 double crochet, 1 half double crochet in every chain 4 space. So we're going to do a half double crochet, which you're going to pull your hook over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through all 3. and do a double crochet 3 times. And another half double crochet, which again you just yarn over, insert your hook, pull through, yarn over, and pull through all 3. And that is a half double crochet, and we're going to get these really cute scallops. And we're going to do this all the way around. Okay, so there are all of my scallops. I just joined with a slip stitch. I'm going to actually do that a couple more times, so I guess chain 2, and I'm going to snip, pull this out, and then pull this tight, so that now there's a knot. And I'm just going to pull that through here, basically what you would want to do now is fasten off. I fastened off with a slip stitch, and then what I did was I chained 2, and then I pulled the end of the yarn all the way through and pulled it tight, so that way it basically turned into a knot. And now I'm just weaving my ends through the back of the project. I have a little bit of buckling. That probably will vary depending on how you crochet, how loose, how tight, what yarn. Remember that this yarn called for a 3 and I used a 3.75. All of that can determine how it turns out and how it looks, how your stitches look, how your project lays in the end. I could starch this if I wanted to, or I mean you can starch yours if you want. There are all kinds of ways to really complete your project and make sure it holds up, but this is it's just a coaster for me, at least. You could starch it and put it in a frame. That'd be cute. Lots of stuff that you could do. This is a decorative doily. There's lots of cute stuff that you could do. I do feel like, and this is probably because I didn't change my color, but I do feel like there's an obvious, like, I worked in this spiral. I feel like when I've done this in the past, it didn't have that. Also, I'm gonna be honest, I really didn't count my stitches the way I should have. The pattern sometimes had the end stitch and the end count, and sometimes it didn't. I really just wanted to sit down and crochet and make something pretty, so that's what I did. And this is still super cute. I still love it. I love the little scallops. I love the color of this yarn. I like how it turned out. Here is a mug for reference, I guess. So yeah, that is a tutorial this time. And not just a time lapse. This is an hour. This is about an hour and 11 minutes long, and last time the video was only 11 minutes long. But hopefully this helped. If you have any questions, or if you want to say anything, feel free to comment. Leave a like if you liked it, leave a dislike if you didn't like it. I'm just kidding, don't do that. Only like it if you liked it. If you didn't like it, just X out of the video. Subscribe if you want to subscribe, if you want to see more videos. I definitely want to redo my axolotl video, especially with the new Minecraft update coming out. I think that's perfect. I think that's so cute. And there's another one that I wanted to redo as well. I can't think of off the top of my head right now, but yeah. So let me know what you think, and I hope you have a great day. Oh, yeah, what colors did you use? If you made this, I don't know, I want to know. Especially like for each round, and then maybe that'd be easy to like imagine. I don't know, but I really am happy with this. So yeah, okay. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this helped. Bye.